Hello, my name is Vamsi Krishna and this is One Man Art channel. As I said in the previous video, we are going to light this scene here. I downloaded this model from CG Trader, so I'll give a link in the description so you can download that from there. And I recommend watching the video totally and doing your thing afterwards. Because if you're doing the same thing that I am doing, then you won't remember anything at all. So let's get into the video. So first, if you import this model, it will look like this. So these black things will be visible like this. So what you have to do is go to lighting here and turn on two-sided lighting. So those black will not be visible. So first thing we have to do is, I'll tell you one thing. I'll take a cube. What happens if I put a light inside of this cube? Create lights. I'll put a point light over here. W. I placed it inside the cube and I'll increase its opacity like to the max. Yeah, here like I'll give it 500 and let's go to the render and take a render of it. It is not showing anything because this cube won't allow the light to pass through. That's why it's not visible at all. So if this cube has to pass the light, then what we have to do is go select this polygon and go to its cube shape and go to its render stats and turn off this cast shadows and receive shadows. So it won't cast any shadows, so the light will pass through from there. There is no plane downwards, so this was yeah, like this. Like here, this cube is not producing any shadows. If it should not be looking like black, we should make this something look like a light. So we are going to increase this independency so it will look like white color in this render. White, yeah, here it will look something like this. Its color as well. Let's decrease its light intensity so that you can see it clearly what's happening here. You can't select the light, go click on this. This is outliner, I said in the previous videos. Select the light here, then you can adjust it here. I'll put fire here, intensity. and trigger render. Oh, it is even higher. Yeah, now it's looking like a bulb or something, like, right? That's what you should do. You want to create something like light. Understand? If this cube is producing the shadow, then that means it won't allow the light to pass through. If it's not producing any shadows, then it means it is allowing light to pass through. That's it. Yeah, now with that principle we are going to write this thing. But first, we have to take this plane and put it somewhere here. So that we can have the space to place the camera. Yeah. Let's take a cameras and camera, and while it's selected, go to the panels and look through selected. Then we're going to uh, place it somewhere here, and we're going to just lock the camera here, and panels selected. So that's resigning it like this, and let's turn on two-sided lighting in this view as well. And here let's change it to perspective, so we can work here and it won't change anything here. Render will be the same. Go to render settings and renderable camera to camera 1. It works or not, I don't know, but we should place it in here, place it in here. Okay, that's it. And with this principle, you see these are windows, so we should make it a transparent object so the light will pass through. Understand? These are in this model, these are made with combined objects, so we are going to separate this windows face. Set check mode face and select this face. Shift select all these faces of the windows, and click shift right click and go to extract face object name, and this will create a separate object. That means these don't have anything to do with this object. So let's add all these faces. All these faces, and remove the cast shadow and receive shadow. For this total object, cast shadow, receive shadow is there, but for this object, we should remove it. Yeah, that's it. Let's go into the scene. And we have to place a tube light here and a point light here and a tube light there and a point light here. But first we should make this scene looks like night scene. So for that, create lights, directional light, our scale, and keep it in this direction, and change the color to something like blue, like this will do. Not this much darker. This is enough. Go in here and render, go to render and press camera 1. For some reason mental ray is not working, so we are going to change it to V-Ray. That's how it looks. Oh, that's like it. And for this we should shadow should be blurry, so we're going to increase these so it looks blurrier. These shadows, yeah, that's it. And now we should have a moonlight, right? Little bit of it. So let's create another directional light, create lights, directional light, and E to R to scale, so you can see what's happening. You don't have to scale this, so a little bit of moonlight coming from top. Let's render, scale, aberration, total render. Now it's a little bit 0, 0, 50 render now. Yeah, this much should do. Okay. Mental ray is not working, so we are using V-Ray for that for rendering purposes. So for now Yeah, here we have to place a point light for the bulb. The lights, point light, W. Let's change it color to something like orange-ish. Yeah, this will do. And let's take a render. Yeah, here it is. And go to the lights and increase the shadow rays a little bit and increase light radius and shadow rays. And let's duplicate this light. Control D, and let's place it over here. And let's like it under. And now tube light here. If the intensity is increasing of the light, then you should decrease it by the you're placing so many lights, like replace two area lights, no, two point lights now. If the light is increasing inside of it, so we have to decrease the intensity of all the lights, like adjusting it to make it look like something decent. Rotation 90. R to scale. Right, this is tube lights, right? That's what it looks like. And control A to open the attributes of it. And this time this much orange is not enough, not needed. And control D to duplicate this, place it here, go to attributes and scale, and X direction minus. Need to rotate. In 70. 180. Yeah, that's it. Now let's take a render. So let's give a material to these glasses, window glasses. Assign new material. Let's give it a blend. Go to its material and make it a glass. Ray trace option refraction 1.5. Yeah, that's it. And decrease this. Yeah, something reflectivity. Decrease it here. And now let's take a render. Okay. Yeah, nice. Escape. And for these lines we didn't adjust the shadows. Shadow rays. 3 is enough for this too. 3. That's it. And now I'm going to place something spear like objects with lights in here. So let's create some sphere. And new material, plane. Escape to cancel render. So in here we did add incandescence, but it is not doing anything because we should turn on GI here. What GI actually means is it will bounce off the light that is coming from this that is falling on this object and pass it on to the other objects. Like its color is white right now, like totally white, glowing white. So the glow will fall on this wall, and here this object. That's what it does. I will show you. Here you can see the light white. Before it's not there. Just the spear is there. Let's place a light in it. Create lights. We want point light. Yeah, and going. See what it is doing right now. We don't want that much intensity. Let's keep it something like this. This is a little bit low. This much should be enough. And let's increase light radius. This. So the shadows won't be that much harsh. So now let's place something like this on that as well. So what should do is select this and this here, not that light, and Control D to duplicate those, and we are going to move it there. That's it. We should decrease some of. Let's check render. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it for this lesson today, guys. Yeah, in the next video, I'm going to explain what is GI that I turned on right now to spread the light, and what it is and why it is used. I'll explain it in another next video. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Vamsi Krishna and this is One Man Art Channel. See you again in the next video.